Were there any particular challenges for you in applying to medical school?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think you know, like a
It's a
lot of
challenging
students,
process to begin with. Okay,
it is. Yeah, there's nothing easy about it. It's someone says write a personal statement, that's what they get. I don't know what's a personal statement, So
yeah.
that whole process is tricky and trying to figure out what your voice is and who you are as a student. And there's a lot of really incredible students out there, and I've always kind of thought like I'm not that incredible. I mean, I work hard, but I mean, it seems like there are, students going over to Africa and saving entire continents on their, applications, or they're always doing some kind of, they've created a homeless shelter, and I don't know where they get the time or money to do that, but it's very impressive. But I never had any of that. And so it's tough. And I think in the application process, kind of thinking back, my strong points were my EMS for sure.
Sure.
My grades, my coursework, and then the work ethic. And I think that was kind of visible through maybe some of the letters of recommendation. But
Had you
go
had you
ahead.
been involved in any organized sports when you were in college? I know you mentioned you were a swimmer in high school, I think.
Yeah, so there was actually no swimming in college where I went to at Albany, but they did have a club team. So I swam on the club team a little bit.
Mm.
Just didn't really do it for me coming from, because so in New York State, there's a couple teams that are kind of powerhouses. One of the ones is where I went to high school. We were state champions multiple times before and after I was on the team. So it's kind of a tradition there to produce very, very strong swimmers. Many go on to, famous D1 swimming schools. So
Well,
um, going to somewhere like Albany, it was nothing against the club team. It just wasn't kind of a good fit for me. What I actually ended up doing was coaching the club team. So it was kind of a leadership
oh,
role. Yeah, because obviously, coming from a program like that in high school, very experienced. And so that was really cool. I met a lot of cool people, and I was able to kind of, bring that club team up a little bit.
all right, great. Because I mean, one of the things that medical schools look for is obviously clinical experience that you had, but another
Sure.
one that they frequently look for is teamwork and leadership, and
Right.
they can be to a certain extent flip sides of the same coin. And sports is one way that people frequently can demonstrate those qualities.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And it wasn't just sports. I mean, thinking back, it's kind of funny as we talk, it jogs the memories that we had a kind of a pre-health. It was called like a club, but it was like the advisement track that run by upperclassmen to kind of teach the underclassmen, the ropes. So I was elected president of that and served on that for 2 years. So that was another pretty big leadership role while I was in college. I kind of forgot about that.
that's a good one. Okay.